where it all first started for you?
Yeah, so the way I started fighting was I've always wanted to fight since I was 4 years old. But my parents never supported it, so I kind of never really pursued it
Yeah,
100%. And then after one semester of college football, I told myself, forget everybody's opinions. I'm gonna chase after fighting because that's what I really want to do. It's what I've always wanted to do. So then I started doing that, and that was around 2012, 2013. Went from fighting amateur MMA, amateur kickboxing, turned pro. I was also fighting in the backyard with Dada 5000 and the Kimbo Slice days.
yeah.
And I was doing the bare knuckle boxing since back then.
Well,
So while I was doing professional MMA, when I turned pro, so I've been doing that, and yeah, man, just racking up wins. I'm 7-0,
yeah,
youngest undefeated champion right now. And
quality.
yeah, man, I'm trying to collect more of these. I got one organization belt, and I'm trying to get another promotion belt.
In the BKFC now, innit?
Yeah, now I'm in the BKFC, so we're coming to get this one right here.
Yeah, 100%. So how did it feel when you first went into? Was it your debut in like professional bare knuckle for the BYB?
So you asking how was that?
I'm saying, your debut, bare knuckle debut, was it for the BYB organization?
Yeah, yeah. So my bare knuckle debut was with BYB. First, it was in the backyard, when it was illegal. So I've been doing this since the Kimbo Slice days. And then once they made it legal, BYB established themselves, and I fought with them, and it was for me it was something that I already had experience in. All these other guys coming in from MMA are all old, and they don't have experience in bare knuckle. I have more experience than everybody in bare knuckle, so I just keep proving it with my jab and destroying people with simple stuff that simple techniques that are used in bare knuckle and not in other sports.
Yeah, I've seen that jab seems to work very well for you.
Yes, yes, yeah. It's the staple of my style. I try to keep it very annoying and keep it very unpredictable, and try to make it invisible so that you don't know when it's coming, you don't know how it's coming. Yet, I'm always learning and up to learning different style of jabs, so I can add to my repertoire.
Yeah, 100%. How did you feel the transition was from MMA to bare knuckle?
For me, it was easy because at the same time that I was, training amateur and transitioning into pro, MMA, I was doing bare knuckle in the backyard. So, I already had the experience, so for me, it was easy to flip that switch, MMA, kicking, no kicking, kicking, no kicking. So, yeah, with that, it was very easy for me to switch.
Yeah, so did you do much boxing training as well? Did you have
Yeah, I
any
do.
amateur boxing fights?
No amateur boxing fights. It was more towards MMA and kickboxing, my amateur career.
Yeah,
I kind of wanted to do some amateur boxing, but I stuck more towards the MMA and kickboxing. But I'm for sure going to do professional boxing, fights because I really do think I can go on a run and destroy a lot of people in boxing also.
yeah, 100%. The sky's the limit. Whatever you want to do, go and do it, innit? But
Yes, yes, for sure.
in the BKFC, who's your up and coming fight with?
Right now we don't have an opponent. We're
I
just
know
waiting.
you've just fought on Knuckle Mania, haven't you?
Yes, yes. I just fought on Knuckle Mania, and we're waiting for the next opponent. We're getting these prepared for the next fight, and we're no fractures, no injuries, thankfully. So we're just preparing for the next fight and getting ready for that name so we can make a game plan.
Is there anybody you've got your eye on?
Um, I mean, I don't got my eye on anybody really. I just want to fight and fight who I need to fight to get to the belt, to get to the big money fights. That's all I want. Big money fights and fights for belts. I'm 7-0, I'm the youngest bare knuckle champion right now. I'm the champion with the best record right now. And Yeah, man, I want big fights. Like, give me all the big fights, and you're gonna see me destroy all the big names.
It shouldn't be too long until you get a title shot with your record being what it is. And I know Dave Feldman normally pushes the fighters who've got the experience a bit more forward towards the titles, so I can't see it being that far off.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, man. But I am ready to destroy anybody I need to prove to anybody that I am worthy because, my work is, my work is there. I've proven myself already, but I mean, if more people need to witness that jab destroy, I will definitely do that. But, big money fights. We want the big money, big money. 7-0. Let's go.
So, what do you think of Chad Mendes and Mike Perry and the lads from the UFC crossing over into bare
I th
knuckle?
I think it's amazing, man. I mean, if they feel like they can do it, man. They're fighters. They come put on a show. They bring in more eyes to the sport. So I think it's an amazing thing for anybody to come over. But just when you come over, and if you're in my range of sniper, just know that you're gonna get hit by that jab.
So, who's the champion in your weight now? Was it I forgot his name. What's the champion in your weight in BKFC?
So they say it's Lorenzo Hunt, but
Yeah,
there's a whole like mess there where Lorenzo Hunt and Hector Lombard they both weighed 195 for that fight. So that being said, they qualified to fight for the 205 belt, which Hector had. And I don't know if they try to save him from losing a belt or trying to give Hector two belts, but that's the belt that they should have fought for. So technically, Hector lost his belt to Lorenzo Hunt, the 205 belt. But instead, they try to keep Hector with the belt, so they made it seem like they fought for the 185 title. Which when I fought for this 185 title, I had to weigh 185 flat or less and I had to take a piss test. And they weighed 195 and they didn't take a piss test. So it's not a true 185 championship fight for me. In my eyes, once they clear that thing up, I'll definitely, be fighting for the title next because, I'm already proving myself to be the best 185 pounder in
that'd
bare
be a
knuckle.
that'd be a quality fight. That yourself and Lorenzo Hunt. Like I know, Hector Lombard's gone to Khabib's Eagle FC now, hasn't he? So
Yeah. They say he's still under BKFC contract, so I don't know. He's still gonna be fighting there, but he shouldn't have the belt. He lost his belt. The 185 weight class should be open because nobody has fought for that belt yet. And yeah, and then also Tiago needs to hurry up because I want the 175 belt also 175 185, taking both of those. So Tiago needs to hurry up also.
what's wrong? Hector Lombard still got a belt at 105,
No, at 205.
205.
Yeah, it's a mess, man. I don't know. I don't know how the commission let that happen, but the commission should have let them know like yeah, 205 belt. That's what's on the line because you guys weighed 195. That's how the rules are, man. I played by the rules. I did everything the correct way. I got on film of me taking a piss test. That way, nobody could ever say anything. So, there's no other fighter that's a champion in bare knuckle that has video of a piss test right before they walk out to the cage or to the ring to fight. I'm the
So
only fighter, the only champion.
isn't bare knuckle like boxing with a USADA and all the drug testing and that?
So there's no USADA, but for at least for certain states, they have certain rules for the boxing commission. The Florida State Boxing Commission for every title fight, whether it's MMA, boxing, bare knuckle boxing, you have to weigh the contracted weight. No more flat or less. You can weigh under, and you also have to take a piss test for certain things. And yeah, I did that and I recorded it and made it a whole meme, made it funny in a funny sense, so keep it all funny and jokes, but at the same time, that's my proof. So I got receipts, and I encourage all the champions, I respect if you say you did, but I encourage you to get your receipts because I'm coming in as the enforcer, and I'm making sure, you know, this sport is clean and it's done the right way.
100%, mate, because it's a dangerous sport and it should be clean. Did you prefer the triangle or the circle?
To be honest, it, either one, man, either one is good. I mean, the circle, I get so much space to run around, so it just makes it easier. The
That's what
triangle,
I
and then
seen.
what, say it again?
I seen you fight in the cage, the triangle cage, and it looks like a phone box. It's tiny.
Yeah, it's super tiny. So it's like, imagine a circle cut in half and turn into, like, shaped into a triangle. So then now, for you to escape the corners, you have to press forward. You have to come forward. You can't go to the sides because
Yeah,
you're hitting the ropes. So then, you know, that's it's the word. It's the hardest thing to you know, to stay out of the corners. Now, if you have the footwork, you can get out of the corners and be able to control the middle, like I have done in the triangle. You know, in all my fights, so I've been able to stay and establish the middle at all times, and, you know, enforce the ring and catch my opponents in the corners, because I call it the death corner. But in the circle, I love the circle too, man, because in the circle it's just like, you know, my opponents come at me and I'm just like a matador in there. I'm just in there like, and
it
then
looks
also,
massive, like it looks like a real
yeah,
ring.
yeah, it looks like a bull ring. And then also the ropes inside the circle, it's not bouncy. Those ropes are made out of steel, so they're very stiff. So
Yeah,
if
the other
you, if,
fighters have said that.
yeah, so if you're very good at feinting and catching your opponents to the body shots, and pushing them back, you'll be able to push them back into the ropes, and the ropes alone could knock their breath out.
That's mental. It's a rough sport. Like, have you ever seen King of the Streets?
King of the Streets sounds familiar.
It's like a promotion. I think it's in Poland and that, where it's like all fencing round and it's like just street fighting. They're like all MMA, bare knuckle. It's
Oh, I think I've seen highlights of it.
surprised you wouldn't do something like that with you being an MMA guy.
No, man, you know, I don't like those cuts, man. You know, bare knuckle, I'm doing it because I have this, you know, undefeated record, you know, and I'm trying to get these big money fights, and, you know, I'm establishing myself already as one of the greats, one of the goats in this bare knuckle boxing game, you know, and yeah, I'm just riding this wave. Also, you know, want to make a run in MMA, also get into the UFC and make a name for myself, also.
Yeah, 100%. Do you watch any of the UK shows like the BKB or BFBA, anything like that?
Yeah, I like to watch, you know, fights from all over, and, you know, they're exciting, man. They're really exciting. I mean, you know, maybe soon we can have a crossover fight with, you know, the BKB champion at 185. Once I take the BKFC champ, once I get the BKFC belt, that's two belts of two of the biggest organizations in bare knuckle boxing. So now, you know, it'll just have to be that BKB to, you know, collect the Infinity Stones like Thanos.
Yeah, we've got one of our guys, Connor Tierney, coming over to fight in the BKFC. He's a very good fighter. We want to watch out for.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I've seen some highlights. You know, it's gonna be a banger. Can't wait to
Quality.
see that one.
Just before we wrap it up as well, mate, is there anything that you wanted to say to the followers or any shout outs, sponsors or anything you want to give a shout out to?
You know, I gotta give a shout out first to the creator, Yahuwah, is the creator of all things. He's the one who, you know, keeps me grinding, keeps me strength, you know, keeps my strength up, keeps me healthy, recovery, everything. Also got to give a shout out to my wife, who's my nutritionist slash manager. She keeps me, you know, well fed, on weight, and keeps my mental, you know, prepared, and makes it so easy for me to just focus on fighting, so I could just
Yeah,
kill, and then focus. You know, huge shout out to the teams that I train with. My main team, Team KO committee. You know, small group of guys that we help push each other since the amateur days. And then also Sanford MMA, which is a huge, one of the biggest you know, fight teams in the world. And over there, I'm in the most danger than in any kind of ring when I'm on the mats over there and sparring, because I'm getting top level guys from all over the world, all over the different promotions, MMA promotions all over the world, and these are the top guys who just, you know, preparing me for anything. And I, you know, I don't feel like there's that type of level of talent and any bare knuckle promotion on my sparring mat. So, you know, it keeps me ready for everything.
And is there a message you want to give to the BKFC fighters in your weight division?
Well, I mean, they seen what happened in Knucklemania too. The big macaco is here, aka David Feldman's special hitman, aka BKFC's new special hitman, aka the Archangel. I'm here to take over, and there's nothing that anybody could do.
Nice one, brother. I'll make sure I put all your social media and all the links in the bio of the video, and I really appreciate your time, bro. We'll have to catch up soon at your next fight.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. We'll do something when the news comes out.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
All right, brother. Thanks for having me on, brother.
Nice one, man, mate. Respect.
All right, respect, brother.
See you in a bit, mate.